Horror games rely largely on puzzles to reduce tension, add further variety to the core gameplay loop, and to provide players with a secondary focus beyond the thrill of the horror itself. Most frequently, puzzles provide progression throughout these games, tasking the player with solving puzzles in order to advance. Ernest Adams specifies combination locks as a type of linear puzzle involving the manipulation of one or multiple game objects to achieve a final unlocked state. Bycer names this style of puzzle design as lock and key design, borrowed from Ron Gilbert. On his personal blog, Gilbert suggests the usage of puzzle dependency charts for the planning of multiple combination lock or lock and key puzzles. In this method, the designer works from end objectives backwards to each objective's dependencies in the puzzle. This makes it immediately obvious to the designer where a puzzle flow is either too linear or too unclear due to something known as overchoice. Earlier, in Why Adventure Games Suck, Gilbert explains that introducing the dependencies of a lock and key puzzle before the objective can lead to confusion and frustration. Introducing the player to the objective first helps to set up a challenge, and ultimately lead to a satisfying eureka moment. For added clarity, game environments should contrast against puzzle elements, and visual clutter should be avoided where possible. In an extreme example of this, Valve Software's 2007 game Portal makes use of enclosed, clinical environments to prevent interference or confusion with its puzzle solutions. The game's contrasting monochromatic test chambers paired with its bright red, blue, and orange puzzle elements establishes a clear mental model in the minds of players, fairly providing them with all of the required tools for each puzzle, but not their solutions. This color coding is a simple form of what is referred to as affordance, meaning the possibility that an element of the game allows. In this instance, the color red indicates, or affords, a button. Silent Hill 3 takes a different direction with its affordances, hiding its progression items around the game world with the expectation that the players must examine the area to find them, categorized as hidden object puzzles by Ernest Adams. Camera framing and the protagonist's head movements assist with the process of finding items as they navigate the game world, preventing any from being too well hidden. These items usually act as the game's keys to their lock and key puzzles, sometimes being incomplete keys that must be altered or combined with other items before they can be used, known as combination locks. While overchoice with items is rarely an issue, some instances of item manipulation are obtuse enough to halt the player's progression entirely. Frictional Games' first game in the Amnesia series avoids overchoice by greatly limiting the number of items required to solve each puzzle, although the puzzles here could be considered to be too easy to solve due to their linearity. In spite of this, its simplicity and linearity does provide an advantage in preventing significant pacing issues and keeping the player in the flow state. The limited number of items and large inventory space also forgoes the typical need to backtrack, as in many other survival horror games, keeping the player continuing forward into the game without any distractions. Signalis received a post-update release, allowing for the increase in inventory space after criticisms that inventory management became more frustrating than it did challenging.